Hey guys, I'm Ava, and let's talk about Pokemon. Today, in the mail, I got something I've been waiting for a very long time and that I am very excited for. It is, in fact, a Crystal Lugia that has been graded by PSA. I am super excited for this card, and I wanted to show it to you guys and also tell you guys how you can get one of these for yourself. So this is probably going to be the most helpful and informative video I've ever made, and I just really can't wait to share that with you guys. So first off, let's open this up because I actually have not yet, and I just really want to get a look at it. I'm so excited for this card. So let's do that first. I'll be using my trusty room key here. Okay, here we go. Our card has been packaged very interestingly. I've never received a card like this. If you guys couldn't tell what this is, it is a Tupperware container and the card is inside of it. I'm so excited to look at this card. I have not yet. I really appreciate this very careful packaging. So let's see what our card is. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so excited. This card, I can't believe I actually have this card in my possession. I've wanted it for so long, and it's just as beautiful in person as I was expecting. You can see from the back, it's totally clean, and it's just a really, really gorgeous card. I can see why it's a 9. There's like a tiny, tiny nick on the corner there, but that's pretty much the only visible flaw that I can see. Overall, it's just a gorgeous card, and this is one of my favorite cards of all time. I have always wanted a copy, and I'm so glad that I have it now. So this is the Crystal Lugia from the set Aquapolis. Unlike a lot of the crystal cards, this one does not have a reverse holo version, so I think that makes it a bit rarer. Aquapolis did not include reverse holos, although it did have reverse holos in the set. It did not include them for these crystal cards, and I'm kind of glad they didn't, because it would be even harder for me to get a second copy in the reverse holo, which you know I would want, and I already feel like I need to get the holo, but I'm so happy with this card. Look at the beautiful shine on there. Lugia flying over the water in the storm, the lightning, it's just so beautiful. Definitely one of the best cards that I've ever seen, and the best one in my collection. I'm so excited to have added this. So I want to tell you guys how you can get one of these for yourself, and first we are going to go online actually. So I'm going to hop over to the computer and show you guys the first step for getting yourself a copy of this card. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to want to do is go over to eBay. So eBay is in general the best resource for graded cards if you're trying to gauge the price of them, and also just looking at high-end cards in general, because I would say this definitely counts as a higher end card. So as you can see, I've looked this up before. We are going to be looking up specifically PSA copies because that is what I have. A raw copy of this card will run you $400 to $1,500. but a graded copy can run you over $20,000 if we're talking about a PSA 10. So as you can see, yep, a PSA 10 copy is going to run you $22,000. A PSA 6 copy is slightly cheaper, but still $1,000 and definitely out of most of our budgets. We also have a PSA 9 copy here, but it is still $2,800, and this is actually a Japanese listing, so not even in English. Let's look at PSA 9 cards specifically. We're going to look at PSA 9s in particular because that is the card I have, so this gives us the best comparison, and also because there's no way in hell we're getting any PSA 10s over here. So let's sort these from low to high. So as you can see, yep, the cheapest listing is this $2,800 Japanese one, but if you want an English copy, it is going to run you at least $3,000 or more. Obviously, we can't afford this. So what are we going to do? We are going to empty out our bank account and then cry. I need you guys to do like a really, really good long cry, okay? You have to get it all out of your system before we can move on to the next step, because it really helps purify the body. And also, it's just a good way to show Lugia our dedication. So we will not be buying this card off of eBay. I just wanted to show you guys this so that you could start to feel a little depressed and hopefully help build up those tears. If you also need, you can go watch a few sad videos of puppies at animal shelters. Feel free to donate to those too, by the way, if you want. But that might make you cry a little less, so weigh your options as you will. I won't tell you how to do this because there's not necessarily a right or a wrong way. But when I looked at this, I was able to cry for at least an hour, and then I emptied out my bank account and burned all the money in it. It was obviously not that much money, and that was just my first offering to Lugia. So I'm going to take you guys back to my desk and show you how we are going to get ourselves that Lugia now. Just make sure that you've had at least a good 30-minute cry beforehand, okay? And try to be loud enough for your neighbors to hear. It really does help. So let's go on to our next step. So now that we have hopefully spent enough time crying, I am going to show you guys how you can get this card without having to spend any money at all. Yes, that's right, no money at all. And I'm not bullshitting you guys, this isn't a giveaway that you have to enter or anything like that. You guys don't have to be lucky to get this, you don't have to sign up for anything. I'm going to show you guys how right now. So first off, you're going to want to get yourself another Lugia card. So this one is the Lugia from Celebrations. This card's probably worth about 5 cents, though it does look pretty good. It's shiny, you know. And we are going to need to make ourselves a blood offering to Lugia. So we are going to use this card as our tribute, but of course we don't have any blood yet, so we're going to rectify that ourselves. So what I need you to do is get something sharp, maybe like a small knife, or I would personally just use a safety pin, or, you know, if you have one on hand, a rusty paperclip works pretty well. Honestly, the rustier the better, because it really shows your commitment to Lugia. So I'm going to do this part off screen. I will show you what you have to do with the blood, but I just don't want to get in trouble for showing anything that's too violent. So I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have gone ahead and pricked my finger. It's kind of hard to show you guys just because it's a weird angle, but I just used a safety pin, as I said. You don't need a whole lot of blood for this. Really, a little goes a long way, and honestly, if you do it overboard, it just kind of looks a little too gaudy. So once we have that, we are going to take our Lugia, and we are going to take our thumb, and we are going to press onto it. This is our way of showing our dedication. So now we have our blood on the card. Now that we have our blood on the card, we are going to need to get our offering out there. So first off, I would recommend wiping down your finger at this point. You don't want to be getting blood all over everything. It's not a good look. People might ask questions, and I just not recommend it. So I don't really have anything to wipe my hands on because I'm an animal, so I am just going to be wiping my blood off on this open Vivid Voltage pack. So that's going to be good enough for me. I still have some on my finger, but it's okay. I swear I won't up the Lugia. It's still in a wrapper, so I'm not going to touch that one. But here we have our sacrificial one, and what we're going to do with this is we are going to prepare to send it out. Obviously, you can't just send this out in a plain white envelope. That looks so trashy. You are not going to get anything good with that. You want this to arrive in good condition so you can get a high grade, like this PSA 9. The one I sent in was pretty carefully packed, so that's why I got one that was in really good condition. So what we're going to need first is, of course, some penny sleeves. We will also be needing a top loader. Aside from our top loader, we will also be needing some team bags. So this is just really to make sure it stays waterproof. You want to keep all that blood in there too, the magical essence. It really dissipates pretty quickly, just like germs. So we want to keep that in there, so we're using our team bag, and we want to keep anything else out. And last but not least, we are going to be using a padded envelope to pack this up. So let's get started. First, we are going to put our Lugia in a penny sleeve. You don't have to use a penny sleeve. I just have these on hand, and they are pretty easy. So we're going to put this in upside down, actually, because we are trying to get this as secure as possible. These penny sleeves are made to fit cards that are Pokemon sized. They are 2 5/8 inches by 3 5/8. So then we are going to put this into our top loader right side up, and that's because we put it in this upside down, so it creates a seal. But that's not enough for us. We are also going to be putting this in a team bag to make sure we have the full experience. This also goes for if you are sending people cards. I would highly, highly recommend using a team bag. Alternatively, if you don't have any team bags, you can also use a plastic bag and just tape it to itself. That's what I did back when I first started. So we are going to seal this up. An easy way to seal this is to just set the card on the table and fold it over, and now you have a securely packaged Lugia. You can use other copies of Lugia for this one. This is just one of the newest copies, and I think it is a pretty good substitute for this one. Oh, I actually forgot to mention, if you have any tears left over, you can wipe those on the card as well. That works totally fine. But if you're already all out of tiers from when we were looking at eBay, I totally understand. You don't need to do that. But as you can see on the Lugia, they have water and the eye symbol. So I thought the meaning was that they want some tiers as well. Obviously, the fire energy symbolizes blood, so that's why we have that on there. So we're going to take our Lugia and we are going to put it in our bag next. We don't need to add anything in here that's super special because, of course, we already have our blood. That is message enough. And also, Lugia can get it back to us just using our blood as identification. So we are just going to seal this up. Now, if I had my duct tape with me, I would also be duct taping this, but I don't. And I've already gotten a good Lugia, so, you know, I will save the PSA 9s for you guys. So I'm okay with, like, you know, a PSA 3 or, God forbid, a CGC 8. So now we are going to head out and deliver this card. I live in Wisconsin where it is bitterly cold, and this is part of my sacrifice to Lugia. Also, I recommend, if you guys can, get sick in honor of this. That's why I recommended the rusty paperclip. In my case, I just decided to get COVID, so I do have a fever right now, and hopefully that helps. I've also then, you know, sweating because fever. I've got blood, sweat, and tears. I've got all three going for me. And hopefully that will be enough that I can get myself another Lugia. This already worked once for me, so let's see if we can do it again. And without further ado, let's head outside and deliver this package. You don't need to write anything on it, just so you know. And we are going to deliver it to our mailbox, okay? And then you're going to put the red thing up to signify outgoing mail. So we are just going to do that. All right, you guys, now we are going to deliver our package to the mailbox. I'm just going to run over really quick. Okay, let's get inside because it's bitterly cold out in Wisconsin. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully within a few weeks you guys will have your very own Crystal Lugia coming in the mail. Mine did take a while to ship. It said it shipped on the 7th, but I didn't get it till the 13th. I was expecting 2-day shipping, but you know, you get what you pay for. Obviously, we weren't spending money to get this card, so we can wait, you know, 6 days to get it. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Comment below if you want to see me make any other offerings. This does work for other Pokemon, though of course, you know, it might vary card to card. And thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.